Sorry for my monkey arm there. Hello again, and welcome to another video about this time about CMD components, which I took out from the motherboards, from other boards, even from RAM, it was like a feast of only CMD components, very tiny. Here are all the resistors, and these days was a calvar. It was hell for me. One, because it was very hot, but two, because I had to separate, and I did all this work in a couple of days. I couldn't resist to separate them in one single day. I took a lot of breaks, but I'm not sure if you can see, but this is like almost like dust here, but they are resistors here, and here are the capacitors, also like dust, like here, very tiny ones, but also very big ones as well. So that's these are unsorted, like I have here, point to point. My first way of taking out the resistors from point to point with a soldering iron and taking them out from boards. This was my first way of doing it, and I still keep them because it's sometimes I'm using them, not very often, but this here should go in each category, or better, probably to my to here. All these are cataloged by value, and these are brand new, but brand new. I didn't combine them with stuff that I took out from boards. So that's about these components, the resistor and capacitors. And now I have the transistors that I have here, and for that as well I have a couple of categories. I take them out point to point with a soldering iron, and I have a few of them, 2 or 3, as you can see. This cataloging that I made here is from my SR GM328A. Yeah. Let me change the music a little bit. Okay. This is the category that I did in the little bags, and I tried to be completely sincere. I tried to measure them before, not today. Not only today, but before as well. And I use this little pad, you can see here, with 3 pads, and it's working, kind of working, but sometimes the transistor is doing this, and is not always a good way. So I wanted something that will be more stable, hopefully, and rapid switching, and not to use my both hands while keeping everything, all the probes on the transistors, and with one finger pressing this button, which you should press every time you are testing a transistor, which is a pain in the ass, and I don't like it, but it is the way it is. And okay, I'm checking the time. So this is the first, I think is the first transistor tester. From these larger pads I had these wires, the exact same wires, and yeah, let me actually no yeah, I have another semi-dead tester as well, this one, but this one is good for also with two pins here to connect, for transistor and resistors. I've also made myself a pen set like this, also with to plug, everything is plugged here. So that's that worked for some components, but not for transistors. And this little guy, I hope you can see it. It has two pads there and one pads here, and the contactor I plug it in there. It's a very good idea. It's very good idea, but the problem is that you have to keep these two jacks, I don't know, contactors on the like this. Let me actually show it to you like this, and you have to use both hands, which is you must move use both hands, you see, and it's very good contacting way, but you have to move fast. So I abandoned this idea, which is, I really like it, but is working and not working in the same time. It's not that good. So I built this transistor tester that you see here. I can take it out from here and show it more like this, maybe. It's already a transistor there in the middle. I hope it will focus this, dude. Yeah, good. I've also numerated the wires, and I literally 3D printed with plastic the same lamellae, wire strips, pads. How these are called? Little pads. I call them pads. And here is another pad as well, and it's staying in force. Everything is staying in force. How it's called? Not elastic, but spring, like a spring. Okay. So I had to experiment a lot, and let me insert it correctly. Yeah. And how I did those springy tabs, I will show you. Do you recognize this kind of actually I think you will recognize better this one. So you see, this is integrated circuit socket, which I bent all the pins, but these are bars, exactly the same thing that they are using for the integrated circuit socket. And I took, as you can see, I took 3 of them from there. I had some scraps as well before, so let me actually show it to you. 9 minutes I have. Where is my tweezer, my little tweezer? Here. So how I'm making those little things, I'm pushing actually with the bigger one. You see, I'm pushing it out like this, and with the little tweezer, this guy is, I hope this is focusing alright. This is how it's looking actually. You see? And I'm bending out the what is called fucking tab, or you see, and after I bend it out, I'm getting this shape, and I make it a little bit like this. Come on, like you see, like this, and like a semicircle. And here on the very wiggly, squiggly side here, not here, this is straight. This is straight side. This is straight side that I use actually. And this the squiggly side here, I solder it and put a wire, make the connection. And that's the contactor that I used here, and on these ones as well. The very good idea, but not really that good. Yeah, I don't really have that much time. I will have to make another movie and bring it together with this one. So now to discuss, so that's the history of it, and how it didn't work. With this is kind of working, it's not perfect. Let me, yeah, it's I have 3 minutes left. Let's see. So I already have a transistor there. I hope you can see the, yeah, you see, it's already the good side, the good thing about this, I will actually draw it for you. I'll actually draw it for you how this is all made, and so like this. Like this. And these are the two pads with a little gap between them. They are not touching each other, and I can show it to you. I hope you can see. I can very easily put my knife between the pads, and this part as well is another pad like that. And the transistor is staying between them with the two. This is the transistor how it's looking, with two pads and another one in the middle, and two of them here and another here. And this one is springing towards that direction, and these ones are opposing and springing in this direction. Not, I hope you could see everything. Let me bring it up a little bit for you to see it clearly, more clearly. Come on, focus. So that's this is the transistor in the middle, spring. That's the idea, and I had to play around. Focus again. Stop trembling. And as you can see, yeah, I had to play around until it worked. It didn't work from the start, and this motherfucker, it is stopping every time I'm pressing. I'm reading the transistor, and it's not staying and reading again if I'm connecting something there. Yeah, it's almost finished my time. Like a resistor, if I'm changing a resistor, it's staying a very long time, but when I'm changing transistors, it's it's staying like under a minute, a couple of seconds, like 20 seconds or something, or 30 seconds, and then it's off. Yeah, that's it for this part, and next part I will talk about I will show you how it's working and how I'm putting everything there. It's very cool. Alright. Okay. Part 2. I think I am repeating myself right now, but I am proud of this little thing that I made here, because it's literally manually 3D printed with the iron hit with this guy. I put the plastic. I have the plastic boxes here. I didn't use PP, but PP. It's called PP. I didn't use PP, but I used this 02 PA, PA, or HDPA. This guy, as you can see, a ton of little plastic parts that I cut and use them one by one and manually 3D printing the stuff. And this guy P or 02, let's call it 02, is actually sticking to the cardboard that I use. This is a cardboard, but PP 05 doesn't stick to anything, at least to what I need. And it's not that good, but it's kind of good. I use it successfully, kind of successfully, so I'm keeping it for now. Now let's actually test these transistors and see how it's working. You've seen me already test this. I hope you can see it. Yeah, you see it? It says PNP. PNP transistor, and it will close by itself very quickly, you'll see. And I'll take out this guy. I've already tested these guys here. This is probably broken, but I want you to show. I want to show you how is actually how to mount the transistor, and how the reading is done. It's not easy. It's a bit of trial and error, you know. You still must be very careful about it. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not working, but we are trying. We are trying until it's working. Alright, this is it. So, okay, let's see. And fuck! And fuck you! Alright. Doesn't like something. Doesn't like a connection that I did there for some reason. I'm not sure why. Let's read it again. Yeah, PA-MOS. You see? Let's see. So not every time is giving me the result. I have to jiggle it to actually be sure the contacts are made. They are super tiny contacts, as you can understand already. So this is the PMOS. Okay, I hope that was the other one that I just tested. And let's see this one. I think this one was a series of diodes, which I don't really know exactly what it means and how to use it. Let's see. I hope the connections are good enough. Opa! Okay. Okay. So another PMOS. NMOS. Weird, very weird. I was sure it was this thing that I have here is showing me 3 to 1 and 2 to 1. Okay, let's literally take something from the pile here. Let's see how it will work. Da. It jumped, motherfucker. Come on. Like that. Yeah, I have that leverage there. Okay. This, I think, is making contact. I can barely see everything. Let's hope it's good. But the idea is even no, it's not good contact. Something doesn't like it. Yeah, sometimes it's staying like this, a little bit up, and probably one pin is not touching. And if I'm pressing it down, unbelievable. Come on. Or it's just bullshit. A bullshit transistor. It might be. It might be. Come on. Hey. Let's take another one. I don't trust him. But I get a lot of those. But even if I'm getting bad results sometimes, now this should be good connected. Good connection. I must have here. Yeah, good. NPN, good. So even if it's not perfect every time, it's a lot more faster than staying with the hands on the contacts. Right now I have literally my hands free. I only press with whatever finger I want this fucking button that I really hate to press it every time, but it's how it's working. You know, and if the contacts are not perfect, I can move it around and I kind of make it perfect. Even if I don't see everything that is happening there, how this is functioning actually, the two pins are pressing on the, so this is the transistor pins, and these are the two iron sheets, not sheets, lamellae di fear, the metal strands, contacts, metal contacts. So the pins of the transistor are pressing this little metal contacts, but it's staying at an angle, and I'm pressing it like this with my tweezer, and the other contact that is from here is catching the pin and pushing it, actually is like this. This is the plastic, and this is the pin, and the contactor is kind of pressing and pushing. So this is the what is happening there. I hope you understood my explanation, my crude explanation, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect at all, and I really wished. Let me actually draw it for you. Let's use this. Can you see it? Like this. I'm checking the time. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I wished my original plan with it, and I tried it. I stayed all day for this project, like 12 hours, and play around and making breaks, of course. Eating some. I didn't eat anything for today, but I watched some movies and take some breaks. but I experimented a lot until I reached this stage that we see right now, and which I'm pretty happy. It's pretty good, but it's kind of 50-50 good, you know. 50% is good, 50% is eh. I want to be a bit more fixed, what I originally envisioned, and I really tried it, and it didn't work at all with the plastic. I wanted a hole. You see this little box that I drew here? This is a hole in the plastic. So and this is actually the plastic, like this. And so this is the whole plastic box, in which it's a hole. Let me actually draw the visible part here of the hole, and in this perfect hole the transistor will fit, I know, very quickly, and make it like a book, you know, like something like this, with a hinge here and another cover, or you know, that is flipping and pressing with the contacts on it, and from that cover, that is this is open, and with the thing inside here with the legs exposed, but this part is touching those perfectly, and when it's closed, right now when I'm drawing it as closed like this, somewhere probably from here, the three wires, you know, and to my meter here, and here I will press it and keep it pressed. I tried it already. I hope you could see everything, my drawing. Let me focus on it. All right, so this is the box that I envisioned. I've tried it already, but it didn't work. Actually, I tried a little bit different idea, still with the transistor in the plastic, but that didn't work. Not exactly this one. Not exactly this one. I will, hopefully in the future, I will try to experiment more, and let me show you that I have a little lid there that is always open. So yeah, practically, well, this is it. This is all about my little project, my little transistor tester project that I worked today, and not only today, because this is an old project actually. It's but this is a newer version, and a bit more better than what I had before. Like I said already, I had to actually solder it to those pads, and it was very good contacts, you know, when you solder it, but the time, it holy fuck. Why for all this it took me a ton of time, if I had to literally solder each on this each transistor on this way of doing it, while this is a bit more faster, even if it's jumping around, but it's way more faster, and I can test them in 1 hour or you know, a couple of tens of minutes, 10, 20, 30 minutes or something like that. It's way more faster this way, but this way it will be even more faster and more precise. It's what I really want. I hope it is somewhere in this world a tester like this already for purchase, but until then I don't know. what is or what is not. Until then, I build myself my stuff, so it's pretty good as it is. I hope it's inspiring for you, and see you and hear you later. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.